Hey guys, welcome back for another video. What we're going to do today is we're going to be looking at all of our Major League Baseball games we have coming up for Sunday, June 22nd. We have 15 games in total today. Every single team is playing. We are slowly inching our way up to the midway point. The season is almost halfway over. It is flying by. We have some really good series finaling up, ending this weekend. We're going to break down every single one of our games today, try to predict the outcome for every single one of them. Who's going to win, who's going to lose, what the final scores might be, and we'll also be taking an in-depth look at our best bets, the money lines, the spreads, the over-unders. If you're a sports fan, if you're a baseball fan, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, do you agree with me, disagree with me, what are your thoughts on these games? Let me know down in the comments, and I will make sure that I respond to every single one of them. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, look down at the pinned comment down below. Click on that link, you can sign up there, and I would definitely appreciate that. We go over every game on this channel every single day, every week, all throughout this entire baseball season. And once the football season starts, that's college football, NFL football, once those seasons starts, we also break down our predictions and best bets for every game as well. But let's not waste any more time. We have 15 games breakdowns. Let's get started. Our first game is a really early one at 11:35 a.m. on Roku. Very early game. We have the 33-43 Baltimore Orioles playing better baseball the last 2 to 3 weeks. They're starting to hit some runs. The offense is starting to play a lot better, but their pitching, they still give up a lot of runs. They'll be facing the 44-32 New York Yankees, getting that shutout win yesterday. Right now, the Yankees first place in the AL East. The Orioles are fifth place in the AL East. New York, 62% chance to win this game. Baltimore, a 38% chance. The Yankees are 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over under. Baltimore's plus 155. New York is minus 185. Right now, Baltimore with their improved offensive performance. Yes, they got shut out yesterday, but they've overall been playing a lot better the last few weeks. They're averaging 4 runs a game, hitting 241, 86 home runs, starting to club a lot more home runs, 53 steals, getting a 4.98 runs per game. That is bottom 10 in baseball. They got to get that pitching under control. The Yankees, obviously, a top 10 overall offense in baseball. Right now, Judge, 27 home runs, 367 batting average. As a team, they're averaging 5.1 runs a game, hitting 253, 113 home runs. That is good for second place in all of baseball. 54 steals, giving up 3.52 runs per game, which is really good considering the fact that they don't even have their ace, Garrett Cole, and still one of the deepest starting rotations in baseball. Dean Kremer on the mound for the Orioles, 6-7 record, a 4.8 ERA, just a little higher than his career average. He's coming into this game with 84.1 innings, 65 strikeouts. He's giving up a lot of hits, 92 hits so far. He's going up against Will Warren. Will Warren not having the best start of the season, but it is in line with his career average, 4-4 record, of 4.83 ERA, 69 innings, 90 strikeouts. He is a strikeout pitcher, only 6 home runs given up in 14 games. And that's what you want to see here versus a very home run heavy Baltimore Orioles team. Give me the Yankees to win this one, to cover the spread, and I'll go with the over. And our second game is a really competitive matchup at 12:10 p.m. We have the 48-30 Detroit Tigers, one of the best overall teams in baseball. They have power, they can hit, they have great pitching. They are first place in the AL Central. They'll be on the road here versus the 43-34 Tampa Bay Rays. They are at home, if you want to call Steinbrenner Field home. Right now, the Rays, one of the hottest teams in baseball. They've had a great last 3 to 4 weeks. They've been going off. They have power, they have speed, they have great pitching. Right now, the Rays at home, they have a 51.4% chance to win this game. The Tigers a 48.6%, but the Tigers are the Vegas favorites here. 1.5 run favorites, an 8.5 over under. Tampa Bay, they're minus 115. Detroit is minus 105. So you see, the numbers are very close. You can make a very, very strong case for either one of these teams to walk away with the win. It is practically a 50-50 pick'em. Right now, the Tigers in that great offense, 4.9 runs a game, 253 average, 90 home runs. That's top 7 in baseball. 27 steals, giving up 3.32 runs per game. That is a top 5 overall pitching team in baseball. The Rays, very hot right now, 4.7 runs a game, 253 average, 78 home runs, 100 steals. Extremely aggressive on the base pass. Smaller market team. They excel at small ball, and they lead baseball in stolen bases. They're going to get their guys in scoring position. They're going to find ways to get them home, and they're only giving up 3.49 runs per game. But this game is really going to come down to the pitching matchup. Casey Mize on the mound right now for the Tigers. Great start to the season. 7-2 record, a 2.96 ERA, 67 innings, 59 strikeouts. Zach Littell on the mound for the Rays. Career 3.9 guy, right along with his career average this season. 6-7 record, a 3.88 ERA, 92 innings, 61 strikeouts. Not a strikeout pitcher here. What concerns me about him is 22 home runs. I think that's the most I've seen so far. He's not giving up that many runs, but the runs he gives up are home runs. But I'm going to go with the Rays to pull off the upset here, going with the plus 1.5, and I'll go with the over. And our next game is going to be on Fox Sports 1 at 4:05 p.m. We're going to have the 38-39 Texas Rangers starting to chip their way back to 500. That's where they want to be once they get to the All-Star break. They want to be just over 500. They'll be facing off versus the 30-48 Pittsburgh Pirates. Season got away from them a long time ago, but one thing they have going for them that makes them a competitive team, they actually have a pretty good pitching staff, but they do have the dead last overall statistical offense in baseball. Right now, the Pirates have 54.6% chance to win this game. The Rangers a 45.4% chance, but Texas is the favorite here. 1.5 run favorite, a 9.5 over under. The Rangers are even. Pittsburgh right now a -120. Right now, the Rangers, one of the better offensive lineups in baseball if they were all hitting. They have not been hitting. Yes, they've been hitting better the last 2 to 3 weeks, but overall they've had cold bats since opening day. Seager's back. Zero excuses for the lineup. They got to turn it on. They have a top 4 overall pitching team. If they could ever get those bats going, this is a very dangerous team. They're averaging 3.6 runs a game. 228 average, 76 home runs, 62 steals, giving up 3.2 runs per game. And for the Pirates, the dead last offense in baseball, 3.2 runs per game, a 224 batting average, that's dead last in baseball. 50 home runs, that's second to last. 68 steals, giving up 3.82 runs per game. There's a lot of pressure on the starting pitching to keep the scores low, keep this game close so that this team has a shot. Looking at that pitching right now, Jack Leiter on the mound for the Rangers. He's been up and down this season. He was hurt to start the season. Right now, 4-4 record, a 4.4 ERA, 61.1 innings, 49 strikeouts, 30 walks in 61 innings. Putting a lot of guys on base here, but the Pirates can't get them home. Bailey Falter on the mound for Pittsburgh. 5-3 record, a 3.49 ERA, 80 innings, 50 strikeouts. This guy just needs some run support, and he can get you the win. I'm going to go with the Pirates. Pulling this one off, going with the +1.5, and I'm going to go with the under this game. And at 1:37 p.m., we're going to have the 24-53 Chicago White Sox. Lost 121 games last season. They don't have the best record right now, but I've been saying it the whole season. This is actually a very scrappy, competitive team. A lot of very close losses. They'll be playing the 41-35 Toronto Blue Jays. They have the hot bats right now. They've been hitting a lot of home runs. They have a lot of home run potential on this team. It's just, it took them a little while to get that lineup going. It is definitely going right now. Blue Jays have been hot basically during the whole month of June. Right now, Toronto a 67.1% chance to win this game. Chicago a 32.9. The Blue Jays are 1.5 run favorites, a 8.5 over under. Toronto is -215. Chicago is +180. But it's going to be a pretty good pitching matchup today as of the stats, but we'll get to that in a second. Right now, the White Sox, one of the worst offenses in baseball, 3.4 runs a game, 222 average, 56 home runs, 54 stolen bases. At least it's balanced, giving up 4.21 runs per game. And for the Blue Jays, 4.3 runs a game, 255 average, 77 home runs, starting to hit a lot more home runs. 38 steals, giving up 4.24 runs per game. For the White Sox, they have Adrian Hoser on the mound. This guy got cut by the Mets last season. He came back, a month ago maybe? And he's been on point since he's been back, having the best start of his career. 2-2 record, a 2.15 ERA, 29.1 innings, 22 strikeouts. Chris Bassett on the mound for the Blue Jays. One of the most consistent pitchers you will see in baseball. Week in, week out, you get the same performance from this guy year in, year out. Chris Bassett, 7-3 record, 3.75 ERA for his career, 3.8, so right along with his average, 86.1 innings, 83 strikeouts. I'm going to go with Bassett. I'm going to go with Toronto winning this game, covering the spread, and I'm going to go with the under this game. And this next one makes for a pretty interesting game because I could see this one potentially going either way. We have an NL East versus NL East matchup at 1:40 p.m. We have the 35-40 Atlanta Braves slowly chipping their way back to 500. This team has been extremely streaky this season. They were bad, they were good, they were bad. Now they're back to being good, playing really good baseball right now. They'll be playing the 30-45 Miami Marlins. Right now, the Marlins a 42.8% chance to win this game. The Braves a 57.2% chance. The Braves are also the favorites, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Atlanta's -150. Miami is +125. The Braves right now, they have their best hitter back. They have their best pitcher back. They're averaging 4.2 runs a game, hitting .245, 78 home runs, 37 steals, giving up 3.7 runs per game. That number's slowly starting to come down. And for the Marlins, the issue's not the offense. It all stems around the pitching. They're averaging 4.1 runs a game, hitting .252, 64 home runs, 56 steals, giving up 4.99 runs per game. That is bottom 10 in baseball. Bryce Elder on the mound for the Braves, 2-3 record, a 4.45 ERA, 60.2 innings, 51 strikeouts. He's going up against the Cy Young past winner here, but he has not been up to form. Obviously, Sandy Alcantara, he was banged up for a couple seasons, came back this year, rusty arm, he's shaken off the rust, actually had a good start his last start. He has been pitching awful since he first came up this season. You keep waiting for this guy to wake up because you know the stuff he has, you know what he's capable of when he is on. We just want to see some good pitching. Right now, 3-8 record, 6.88 ERA, 68 innings, 55 strikeouts. The Braves are the favorites here. I'm going to go a little bit out on a stretch here. Call me completely crazy. I get it. I'm going to go with Alcantara actually having a pretty decent game. The Marlins win this one. I'm going to go with the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the over. And then at 210, we're going to have the 42-35 Milwaukee Brewers again, one of the hotter teams in baseball. They've been swinging a hot bat. Pitching well, they'll be facing the 37-39 Minnesota Twins. The Twins had a great month of May. They've kind of fallen off the month of June, but at some point, you know they're going to hit rock bottom. They're going to start bouncing back up. Right now, Minnesota, a 53.7% chance to win this game. Milwaukee, a 46.3%. The Twins are 1.5 run favorites. 9.5 over-under. Minnesota's minus 150. Milwaukee's plus 125. The Brewers with the hot offense, 4.4 runs per game. 230 average, 69 home runs, 92 steals. One of those teams, just like the Rays, they excel at small ball, and they're also only giving up 3.85 runs per game. Minnesota with very similar overall stats here, 4.2 runs a game, 243 average, 81 home runs, 36 steals, giving up 3.9 runs per game. Pitching has been the thing that's been letting them down so far this month, but overall, not a bad rotation. At some point, they're going to get things back on track. There's no cause for concern. Looking at the pitching, Quinn Priester on the mound for the Brewers, 5-2 record, a 3.46 ERA, 67.2 innings, 46 strikeouts, pitching much better than his career average of 5.1 ERA. He'll be going up against David Fest on the mound for the Twins, pretty much right along with his average. 101 record, a 4.78 ERA, 26.1 innings, 29 strikeouts, but a very small sample size from him so far this season. Obviously, the Twins are the favorites here. I picked the Brewers to upset yesterday. They did upset. I'm going to go with the Brewers again today. I'm going to go with the Brewers upsetting here, going with the plus 1.5. I'm going to go with the over. To me, this is one of those games that is up for grabs, and it could go either way. And at 2:15 p.m., we're going to have an NL Central versus NL Central matchup. The 39-38 Cincinnati Reds just holding on to one game above 500 versus the 42-35 St. Louis Cardinals. Right now, the Reds 4th place in the Central. The Cardinals are 3rd place in the Central. Cincinnati, a 49.4% chance to win this game. The Cardinals, a 50.6%. That's as close to a 50-50 as it gets from the fans. The Reds are 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over-under. Cincinnati's minus 110. St. Louis is minus 110, so Vegas definitely sees potentially either one of these teams walking away with the win. The Reds offense has also been extremely streaky this season. They started out the season, they were awful. Then they got really hot, then they got awful, but now they're back on the upswing. They are scoring a lot of runs right now. They're averaging 4.7 runs a game, hitting 248. Solid power, 84 home runs, 61 steals, giving up 3.91 runs per game. They have been able to pitch since opening day. St. Louis, a very well-rounded team. They're averaging 4.7 runs a game, hitting 256, 69 home runs, 40 steals, a 3.95 team ERA. On the mound for the Reds, Andrew Abbott, one of the more underappreciated pitchers this season. No one's talking about this guy. He's putting up great numbers. 6-1 record, a 1.84 ERA, 68.1 innings, 69 strikeouts. He'll be going up against Miles Mikolas right now for the Cardinals. 4-4 record, a 4.35 ERA, 72.1 innings, 45 strikeouts, 76 hits given up. He is putting some guys on base here, giving up some runs. Give me the Reds with the hot offense with Abbott on the mound. Cincinnati wins this one. They cover the spread, and I'll go with the under here. And then at 2:20 p.m., we have the 38-37 Seattle Mariners. Right now, one game over 500. This team had a great month of April. They've not been able to recapture things on offense and with their pitching since then, but overall, they're still in second place within their division. Everything is still in front of them right now. They'll be facing the 46-30 Chicago Cubs. Overall, one of the best teams in baseball, one of the most rounded offenses in baseball. They have power. They can hit for average. They have stolen bases. They have great pitching. They are first place in the NL Central. The Cubs, a 55.3% chance to win this game. The Mariners, a 44.7%. Seattle's 1.5 run favorites, 11.5 over-runners. It's been massive over-runners this entire series, and they've been hitting them. Both teams have been scoring a lot of runs. Seattle is minus 115. Chicago is minus 105. Right now, the Mariners offense are averaging 4.3 runs a game. hitting 242, 91 home runs. This team has a lot of power, 75 steals. They have speed also, giving up 3.87 runs per game. But Chicago can match them statistically at every single spot. 5.4 runs per game. That's a top 5 overall offense. 254 average. That's a top 5 hitting order. 102 home runs. That's top 5. 90 steals. That's top 5. You see how well balanced this offense is. And they have a top 7 overall pitching team, only giving up 3.62 runs per game. Very well rounded. Logan Gilbert on the mound for the Mariners. 1-2 record, a 2.55 ERA for his career. 3.55, 35.1 innings, 54 strikeouts. Strikeout pitcher. He's been lining them up, sitting them down, only giving up 4 home runs so far. He's going up against Colin Rea, having the best season of his career. 4-2 record, a 3.84 ERA, 68 innings, 52 strikeouts. But again, this is 2 really good teams. This is 2 teams that, with the Mariners' potential, an outlier shot to make the playoffs here. Very talented squad. I'm going to go with the Mariners pulling off the win here, covering the spread. I will go with the over. It's been over every single game so far this series. And at 3:10 p.m., the 38-37 Arizona Diamondbacks, they can honestly sweep this series here, put themselves back in serious contention in the NLS, and they have one of the best offenses in baseball. They'll be facing off with the 17-59 Colorado Rockies. Let me not short them those 2 wins. They don't have 15 wins. They have 17 wins. They need every win that they can get. They have the worst record in baseball. They're on pace for between 130 and 135 losses. But believe it or not, they are not playing bad baseball the last 2 to 3 weeks. Yes, they have an awful record, but they're actually showing some fight, showing some heart there. That's all that you can ask for right now. Right now, the Rockies a 32.7% chance to win this game. The Diamondbacks a 67.3% chance. The Diamondbacks 4th place in the NL West. Colorado is 5th place. Right now, Arizona 2.5 run favorites, 12.5 over under. The Diamondbacks are minus 200. The Rockies are plus 165. The Diamondbacks with that offense, one of the better offenses in baseball, top 10 overall, 5.1 runs per game, 252 average, 104 home runs. That's top 4 in baseball, 55 steals. They are giving up 4.8 runs per game. They give up a buttload of runs, but they score a buttload of runs, so they always have a shot. Right now, Colorado 3.5 runs a game. They actually, they don't score very many runs, but they actually have some pretty decent power. 227 average, 73 home runs, 35 steals, giving up 5.48 runs per game. That is bottom 3 in baseball. They are at home. Do they have a shot here? They have Antonio Santazella on the mound. His ERA is actually worse than the awful team ERA. 2-10 record, a 6.72 ERA. That is awful. 71 innings, 35 strikeouts. He's given up 113 hits in 71 innings. He's given up hits to everyone. He's going up against a Brandon Pfaadt right now for the Diamondbacks, having an awful start to his season, but somehow he has an 8-4 record with a 5.38 ERA. Whenever this guy pitches, he gives up a lot of runs, but for some reason the offense just explodes every time that he's on the mound. 75.1 innings, 58 strikeouts. He has awful stat numbers here, but Colorado, do they have the offense to be able to take advantage of him? Give me Arizona winning this game, covering the spread, and I'm going to go with the over. That is a massive over-under, but I'm going to go with the over. And then at 4:05 p.m., the 37-37 Cleveland Guardians, not the best last couple weeks, but they actually were playing really good baseball to start the season. They're still 2nd place in the AL Central. Everything is still in front of them. They'll be playing the 32-46 Athletics right now. The Athletics playing in Sacramento, minor league stadium. I say it every single home game. Very small ballpark. There's a high probability of there being a lot of home runs right now, and the A's do hit a lot of home runs. They have a 45.8% chance to win this game. The Guardians a 54.2% chance. The Guardians are 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over under. Cleveland is minus 135. The Athletics are plus 115. The Guardians, they have to get their offense back on track. They've had pretty consistent pitching, but they got to get that offense back in that 4.4 runs per game to 4.5. Right now, they're averaging 3.8 runs a game, hitting 231, 74 home runs, 59 steals, giving up 3.91 runs per game. And for the A's, they're averaging 4.2 runs a game. Not a bad offense by any means. 252 average, 93 home runs. That's top 10. 41 stolen bases, giving up 5.55 runs per game. That is either dead last in baseball or second to last in baseball. Either way, it is awful. They give up a lot of runs. Right now for the Guardians, Slade Ciccone on the mound, 2-3 record, a 4.15 ERA, 30.1 innings, 34 strikeouts. JP Sears on the mound for the A's. Kind of started out really good. He has not been pitching well his last few starts. 5-6 record, a 5.45 ERA, 76 innings, 58 strikeouts. Again, 82 hits, putting too many guys on base here. But the Guardians offense, can you wake up? Can you take advantage of the pitching options here? I'm going to go with Cleveland winning this game, with them covering the spread, and I'm actually going to go with the under this game. And what a pitching performance this next game is going to have at 4:05 p.m. The 40-38 Boston Red Sox. The last 2 weeks have been very kind to them, coming off that sweep of the Yankees, playing really good baseball, basically led by their offense. They do have a very good offense. They hit a lot of home runs. They're aggressive on the base paths. Pitching's been pretty decent. They'll be going up against the 43-34 San Francisco Giants in San Francisco. The Giants second place in the NL West. It is the deepest division in baseball. This team, they don't have the best offense. It's just average, but the pitching has been elite so far. Right now, San Francisco a 62.8% chance to win this game. Boston a 37.2%. The Giants are 1.5 run favorites. 7.5 over under. Boston is plus 135. San Francisco is minus 160. The Red Sox with that hot offense, 4.7 runs a game. 248 batting average, 92 home runs, that's top 10. 63 steals, again, 3.93 runs per game. And for the Giants, like I said, they don't have some crazy offense, 4.2 runs a game. That's not bad. 232 average, 71 home runs, 42 steals, but it is the pitching. Top 3 overall pitching in the major leagues, getting up 3.23 runs per game. This game will come down to the pitching matchup. Lucas Giolito on the mound right now for the Red Sox. 3-1 record of 4.73 ERA, 45.2 innings, 41 strikeouts, but we know what he's capable of. Not the best start so far this season, but he's a veteran. He's experienced. Those numbers will come down. Zero reason to panic. Going up against Robbie Ray. Robbie Ray having a career year this season. An 8-2 record. 2.68 ERA, 87.1 innings, 97 strikeouts, only 7 home runs in 15 games. Pitchers are actually going to be what decides this game. This is 2 veteran guys on the mound. I'm going to go with Robbie Ray. He's just putting up crazy numbers so far this season. 8-2 record. He's at home at that 2.68 ERA. He's a strikeout guy. He knows how to get outs, knows how to play great lineups. I'm going to go with the Giants winning this game, covering the spread, and I'll go with the over here. And at 4:07 p.m., we're going to have an AL West versus AL West matchup. We have the 44-32 Houston Astros. What a season this team had. They were under 500 when the month of April ended, and then once May came around, they got hot. They were under 500. Now they are 12 games over 500. They'll be playing the 36-39 Los Angeles Angels. This isn't the best team. They're about a 500 team, but they hit a buttload of home runs. Whenever you can hit that many home runs, you always got a shot here. Right now, the Angels a 43.9% chance to win this game. The Astros a 56.1. Houston, 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over under. The Astros are minus 125. The Angels are plus 105 right now. The Astros with the veteran experience lineup they have, they're averaging 4.3 runs a game. 259 average, that's actually one of the best in baseball. 78 home runs, 43 steals, and one thing they've done well for the last decade, they have been able to pitch every single season. They continue to do so this season, only giving up 3.42 runs per game. And for the Angels, 4.1 runs a game. 225 average, 105 home runs. That is top 3 in baseball. 35 steals, getting a 4.67 runs per game, which is not good, but it's actually a lot lower. A month ago, they were in the 5s. That number is slowly starting to come down. Make sure to keep your eye on that. Right now, Ron Gusto going for the Astros, 4-3 record, a 4.31 ERA, 54.1 innings, 60 strikeouts, only 7 home runs so far in his 10 games. Kyle Hendricks on the mound for the Angels. He was having an awful season. But his last couple starts, he's actually starting to get that ERA down for his career, about 3.8 so far this season. 5-6 record of 4.79 ERA, 77 innings, 53 strikeouts. But he has the hot hand right now, keeping guys off the scoreboard. But I'm going to go with the Astros. I love the Astros. They're a veteran team. They know how to win games. Astros pull this one off. Gusto has a good game. They cover the spread. And I'm going to go with the under this game. I still expect a decent game from Kyle Hendricks. And at 4:10 p.m., we're going to have the 31-45 Washington Nationals. Not the best record, not a bad offense, bad pitching overall, but it has been very close losses they've had. They're actually kind of a scrappy team. They'll be playing the 47-30 Los Angeles Dodgers. And they have the best roster in baseball. It's not even close, but they need to be healthy. 15 pitchers on the DL so far this season. Right now, the Dodgers, 72.1% chance to win this game. They are first place in the NOS, one of the best overall teams in baseball. The Nationals, a 27.9% chance to win this game. The Dodgers are 2.5 run favorites. That's a massive spread there. 9.5 over under. LA minus 300. Washington is plus 240. Those are some crazy numbers. What's going to happen on the pitching mound this game? How long is the starting pitcher for the Dodgers going to go in this game? Making his second start of the season. All eyes will be watching. If you are able to watch this one, definitely check it out. Right now, Washington, they're averaging 4.1 runs a game, hitting 239, 72 home runs, 63 steals, giving up 4.91 runs a game. The Dodgers, the best overall offense in baseball, 5.6 runs a game, 265 batting average. That's number one. 116 home runs. That is number one. Just barely past the Yankees. 44 stolen bases, giving up 4.16 runs per game. Like I said, this game will come down to the pitching. Who's going to be on the mound? Michael Soroka on the mound for the Nationals. 3-5 record of 5.06 ERA. 48 innings, 49 strikeouts. All right. But it's all going to come down to Shohei Ohtani. He had 1 inning in his first start, gave up a run, no strikeouts, but he hasn't pitched in a long time. The arm is rusty. What's going to be his pitch count here? How deep into this game is he going to go before it turns into a bullpen matchup? That's where things get kind of iffy because the Dodgers are massive, massive favorites here. Right now, a 0-0 record, a 9 ERA, 1 inning, no strikeouts, 2 hits so far. I'm still going to go with the Dodgers to win this game, but Shohei only, pitching 2 or 3 innings kind of scares me somewhat. You are getting into a lot of variables that you don't have control over. You don't know what's going to happen once you get that deep, because then that's just basically a bullpen game, and it is up for grabs. But I'm going to go with LA winning it, covering the spread. That's a massive spread there, and I'm going to go with the over this game. And then another really good matchup at 4:10 p.m., the 38-39 Kansas City Royals, one of the worst offenses in baseball, but one of the best overall pitching staffs in baseball. That makes it really hard for these pitchers because they'll get a very low-scoring game, but they just don't get any run support to help them out. They'll be playing the 41-35 San Diego Padres, third place in the NL West. Right now, the Padres, a 58.2% chance to win this game. The Royals are 41.8%. The Royals are the Vegas favorites here, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over-under. KC is minus 115. San Diego is minus 105. The Royals with that offense are averaging 3.4 runs a game, hitting 248, 53 home runs. They are dead last in baseball in home runs. They have to find some type of way to generate some power. 58 stolen bases, giving up 3.37 runs per game. That is crazy. It is still under their awful offense. That's how good their pitching is. Right now, the Padres, they're averaging 4.2 runs a game, hitting 248, 62 home runs, 55 steals, giving up 3.61 runs per game. The things that stands out to me, this team has a really good starting rotation, a really good bullpen. Fernando Tatis is maybe starting to get hot. When you add that with a hot Machado, that's a deadly lineup. Looking at the pitching for this game, that's where this game is really interesting. Seth Lugo finished number 3 last season in the American League Cy Young. Might be on the trading block this year, but a good start to the season. 4-5 record, 3.05 ERA, 76.2 innings, 61 strikeouts. And Randy Vasquez on the mound right now for the Padres. 3-4 record, 3.7 ERA, 73 innings, 45 strikeouts. Neither of these guys are necessarily strikeout pitchers. There might be a lot of contact here, but I'm going to go with the Padres pulling off the win, going with the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the under here. And I won't lie, this might be the hardest game of the night to call. It is the night game on ESPN. It's 7 o'clock. If you can watch this one, check it out. The 46-31 New York Mets versus the 46-31 Philadelphia Phillies. Again, tied for first place in the NL East. These teams are clubbing out great lineups. This is 2 big East Coast brands, and whoever wins this game is going to finish the series in first place. That's what makes it so important. But also, the Mets ended their awful 7-game losing streak. They're not going to be swept for the 3rd straight series. They got to be happy about that. Right now, the Mets a 51.3% chance to win this game. The Phillies a 48.7%, practically a 50-50 split with the fans. New York 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over under. The Mets are minus 105. The Phillies are minus 115. Again, you can make strong cases for either one of these teams to walk away with the win. The Mets, they finally showed some life on offense. I did say their offense has been so atrocious at some point they were going to have a big game. Well, they had one last night. They scored 11 runs. They're averaging 4.5 runs a game, 246 average, 93 home runs, 59 steals, getting a 2.99 runs per game. They do have the number 1 overall pitching staff in baseball, number 1 overall bullpen, the number 1 overall pitching team in baseball. They just need that offense to be kind of consistent. Phillies, a great offensive lineup as well. When they get Bryce Harper fully healthy, they're going to be deadly. They're averaging 4.7 runs a game, hitting 257, 79 home runs, 64 steals, a game of 3.91 runs per game. They have Jesus Luzardo on the mound here, 6-3 record, 4.41 ERA, 83.2 innings, 97 strikeouts. He's a strikeout pitcher. Mets have sometimes been known to chase here. They're going to have to be disciplined this game. The Phillies, one of the best contact teams in baseball, one of the highest walk rates in baseball. David Peterson on the mound for the Mets. This guy picking up where he left off last season. Led baseball second half of last season in ERA. He's having a great start this year. 5-2 record, a 2.6 ERA, 86.2 innings, 74 strikeouts. A lot of walks here, 28 walks, but he's not giving up runs, so who cares? I'm going to go with the Mets. Like I said, this game scares me. You could see either team winning, and I'm going to go with the Mets winning a very close one here. I have them winning it by 1 run, so I'm going to go with the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go just ever so slightly with the under. Guys, that's our breakdown. That's our predictions and our best bets for all 15 of our baseball games coming up Sunday, June 22nd. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. If you have any comments, by all means, drop them below. Do you agree with me, disagree with me? What are your thoughts on these games? Let me know down below, and I will make sure to respond to every single one of them. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, look down at the pinned comment below. Click on that link. You can sign up there, and of course, thank you for watching.